Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hope everyone's having a great day or night wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in for another podcast here at Socially Anime. I'm Onyx. With me, as always, is Goke and Kuma. You guys already know what's up with that. Check out last week's podcast if you haven't already. Link will be below in the description. Smash the like, share, subscribe button for us. Great way to support us. Also, tell us your opinions in the comments below. In this podcast, we will be covering JuJuTsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 3 and 4, socially anime style in-depth spoiler review. If you haven't watched Season 1, Episode 3 and 4, we do recommend you watching it and then coming back to our video. Everyone, Goke, Kuma, Deiwa, Hajimashou!
At this point, we have the coming of all the students. So this is, and you know what? You guys are welcome. I'm going to jump in. I see this as a Naruto reference, right? Now you have, and you know, yeah, I'm stealing it a little bit from Onyx, who mentioned it last episode, but this is not even a joke. When I saw everyone come together, you've got Gojo Sensei, you've got Itadori Yuji, you've got Fushiguro, and then you've got the new chick, and her name is Kujisaki Nobara. We're gonna go Nobara. I think that's the easier way to say it, or whatever, how you want to say it. But now we've got everybody together. You've got your token female. You've got your broody dude who doesn't really, he's never interested. He's like, whatever, but he's strong. You know, Fushiguro, I think, is that guy. And then we've got Yuji, and he's kind of more of the jokester. He's kind of clowny. He's not stupid. I don't feel like I've ever felt that he was portrayed stupid at all. But I definitely would say that he's portrayed as funnier maybe than the other characters. Goke, what did you think, man, when you had this coming of all four characters together?
Yeah, man, I totally thought that of Naruto, and it doesn't help that Gojo Sensei looks like Kakashi Sensei. That doesn't help at all. It doesn't help at all. But yeah, man, no. So we learn about this girl Nobara, and the title of the episode is called Girl of Steel, and she comes in and she is just like judgmental as anything. She looked at Fushiguro and she's like, oh, I can't stand high and mighty dudes. And yet she's looking down on these guys. So she's such a reject. And then she says Yuji looks like a potato and he looks like he's boogers. Like, this girl is ruthless. She's got a bad attitude.
I'm stealing it from you because yes, Nobara became my favorite character in the span of just exactly what you said. Like, we're going to the Roppongi district. I don't know anything about the Roppongi district. Have either of you been there in real life? Is this like a famous place or something in Japan?
You know, I'm just going to start off and say, of course, out of all the districts, out of everywhere they go in Tokyo, it's Roppongi. Like, of course, man. They couldn't.
What is it? I don't even know, dude. What is Roppongi? I don't know.
Roppongi is known for nightlife, super high nightlife. It's considered the most dangerous district in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, a funny story was I never personally had any problems when I was around Roppongi, but I did end up at a bar without realizing it, that it was a favorite hangout spot for the Yakuza, which about the same time I realized it, a group of them came out the back and stared me down. Let me clarify this, because this is Japan we're talking about. When I say most dangerous, I'm not talking about someone getting shot or someone getting shanked. Like, it's mostly dangerous in the sense of like foreigners getting scammed off of like credit card get maxed out or all of your cash getting sold. Basically, it's just a lot of these shady shops that they're trying to pull you into these nightclubs or these bars, and then they're going to try and get you too drunk or put something in your drink to max out your credit card if you carry a credit card or take all of your cash. That's the danger we're talking about here. This is Japan. Come on now, guys.
Weapons come out. A hammer and nails. Onyx, what did you think about her weapon? The hammer and the nail.
Daisuke, man. I love that shit, dude.
Oh,
I
you
never
love
saw hammers and nails before used as like a lethal weapon, especially from like an anime that I can recall off my memory right off the bat. Like, dude, I thought that was original. That's something new, something fresh. I loved it, man. The hammer and nails, man. It goes well with her personality.
Okay, interesting. All right. Okay, Goke, do you agree? You hated it? What'd you think?
I thought it was super unique. Again, I've never seen that before, so I'll go off of him. Yeah, man, I thought it was pretty dope. I'd never seen anything like that.
Onyx, I give you credit, man. I didn't think of that. I didn't like it initially, but when you pointed out unique, it is. And like you're saying, it's kind of hard to find that in any other anime, especially right off the top of my head. So, all right, you have changed my mind, sir. I now like her weapons. I hadn't really thought of it that way. So she gets into her fight with the curse in the mannequin, and the mannequin basically it's the manifestation of what Gojo Sensei has been teaching them. It really catches Nobara off guard. And why? It's not necessarily because the curse is strong, but rather because the curse is clever. The curse picks up this random kid, happens to hide behind boxes. Where are your parents at, kid? Come on. That is another thing I'm criticizing. How did this little kid get here? How is he in the fourth story of a torn down building next to? Okay, I'm criticizing a lot, but you know, I'll go with it for now, but I'm not gonna lie, that I was like, I thought initially the kid was a manifestation of the curse. I thought he was supposed to be a trick to, you know, catch Nobara off guard and then take her out, which obviously I was wrong, because you very quickly find out he is actually a kid and is actually in danger. So back to what I was talking about with this new intelligence, even though this curse is not that strong, it is holding the boy hostage so that Nobara is now in a scenario where she kind of doesn't see any way out. She's like, either I survive and the kid dies, or we both die. Kind of just kind of a lose-lose scenario. Goke, did you feel like there was any other way out, or was that really lose-lose, and how did that go through?
Yeah, I mean, legit, there's no other way. It's either they both die or the kid dies and she just runs away. That's it. That's it. And as far as the kid being there, that made sense to me, because we already learned before that cursed energy is at schools. So maybe the cursed thing kidnapped the kid. So that actually made sense to me. But no, I mean, yeah, she didn't have a choice. But I'm glad it showed us that she isn't there just to be a model in Tokyo. Like, she actually does care about people. So she put down her weapons and was like, okay, my hands are up, I'm done. But she's actually freaked out. She's like, how the heck is this curse able to think? And this goes back to the curses that she's used to dealing with in the countryside. Like you said earlier, the more populated an area is, the higher grade the curse is. That means these demons, or these curses, aka demons, whatever, that she's going to be dealing with from here on out are different from the one that she is. So that's why she's like, how is this thing able to have a hostage? Like, this doesn't even make sense. So, I mean, Gojo Sensei this is her test, essentially. And yeah, that's what's up.
It is. And so Onyx, you know, literally like last second buzzer beater, your boy Yuji, not only does he come in, he comes in like, bam, oh yeah, the Kool-Aid man coming through the wall. Bam, punches through the wall. And he's like, oh, I kind of missed my punch. But he kind of saves the day, right? He turns that lose-lose situation into a winning situation. Can you walk me through the end of that fight? How did that go? What did you think about this technique, the straw doll technique? Resident.
Yeah,
can you tell me about it?
Yeah, you know, honestly, I think they love that Kool-Aid man. He's busting through the window, busting through the wall. Like, that's twice where it kind of reminded me of that. Yeah, and also just to, if I could rewind it, just to
rewind it, sir. Go ahead.
Like, that kid being there totally made sense to me from a different point of view, just because it's Japan. They raise their kids to be so independent. Dude, there's 4 or 5-year-olds roaming the schools, taking the subway train miles and miles away from the house, running groceries for their parents by themselves. So like the kid just roaming by himself, you know, made sense to me. Like, he probably just roamed down the street. Maybe he got kidnapped when he got close to the building. At first, when I first saw the kid, I was thinking what you were thinking. I thought at first he was a trick. He was the demon that was going to let the girl get her guard down, and then he was going to take out, you know, Kugisaki. But, you know, it actually was like a legit kid. But yeah, going back, you know, to the fight, yeah, like, Kugisaki definitely showed more usefulness with the hammer and nails, that she can manipulate like those like voodoo dolls. If you would say, she basically took out a voodoo doll and had the curse, I guess, spirit embodied into this voodoo doll, and then drove the nail and the hammer right through it, busted the curse when the curse tried to escape. The real interesting thing that I took from that too was we found out a lot about the curses. You know, Gojo Sensei said that the curses are based on level of intelligence, not necessarily strengths. So like that was something good to know, because now we can finally get a tier list to categorize the level of strengths of the curses.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us through episode 3. And we are going to switch over right into episode 4, which is called Cursed Womb Must Die. It's very evident at the ending of the previous episode that there's an issue at this juvenile detention center. And this is how episode 4 begins. We have the squad showing up at the juvenile detention center, which is shut down. There's some what looks like police officers, maybe correctional officers that are there. They've shut the place down. And you also have a meeting with Ijichi-san. And so we get a lot of explanation right at the beginning of this episode, which is great because, again, this is a necessary part of any anime starting out. And we need to get some more and more information so that we can understand what the heck is JuJuTsu Kaisen, what are the curses, what's the storyline, all of these things. So this discussion is pretty good with Ijichi-san. And one of the first things he talks about is the window. Goke, do you know what a window is?
Yeah, a window is something that you look out of. It's in cars and houses. Oh, you meant in the actual anime. Okay, this guy. Yeah, so a window is somebody who can see a curse, but they can't use jujutsu. So it's essentially, it's just like, hey guys, I see it over there. I see dead people. Okay, go fight it. They don't really they can't use jujutsu. Yeah, so that's what a window is.
Thank you for your expert analysis. Out of. I appreciate that, sir. I will also add Ijichi-san. I loved his explanation of the different categories and the different levels of curses. Oh man, like literally this level, wooden bat, you're good. Next level, if you got a pistol, you'll be doing all right. Next level, shotgun. Next level, tank. And the special curse, which is also the thing that literally possesses our boy Yuji, is in a whole different category. It's like a special category. So I was rolling on the floor laughing. I really enjoy these funny little comedic throw-ins into these episodes. They're really timed really well, and yet they're still informative as they go through. So that's really great. We can't take this thing. We were never supposed to take this thing. We either do as we were told, literally flee, or we die. So they're trying to figure it out. And in the split second decision they make, they argue about this a little bit as well, but the decision is made. All right, Fushiguro, you go find Nobara, save her, and get the hell out of Dodge. Why? Onyx, why in the world would Yuji tell Fushiguro to do that?
Yeah, Yuji's taking a big gamble on just going curse mode to fight this.
Curse mode.
Just to fight this special grade curse. And then he's hoping that, he can revert back after he defeats his curse and get the heck out of Dodge himself.
I love that you said that he's hoping, because that is so doggone true. I mean, yeah, he's taken control back from Sukura many times, but I don't know, man. It's like, it's not a guarantee. It's like, can you come back if you release this basically cursed demon again? So, I mean, my anxiety level was through the roof at this point, but kind of, we know we can't beat him in the form that we're in. So our only hope at this point is Sukuna.
He's mocking the crap out of this curse, man. And he's like, okay, like, I want to kill Fushiguro. All right, let me go ahead and team up with this guy with this curse here. And he's like, okay, let's team up. But the curse is just so adamant on trying to beat him. But he is just like, okay, he just annihilates this guy, man. It's so funny. And he's so lighthearted about it too.
It was honestly, so funny. Oh, go ahead, Onyx.
Yeah, I was just saying, honestly, that was my favorite part, was that when Yuji went in curse mode, he wanted to team up with a special graded curse so they can get out and kill his teammates, and then he can the curse, kind of control his body more, take control over his mind more. But the special grade curse was so fluttered. I don't think it was really thinking. It just got desperate and started throwing attacks out, pissing off curse mode. So curse mode was like, all right, I'm just going to get rid of you in a second then.
100%. My favorite part of that whole battle was the regeneration, right? So he automatically heals the fingers on his right hand, which makes sense because he probably needs them to be able to defeat this curse. But then later on, he regenerates the left hand and he's like, dang it. He's like, did I regenerate this too? Which is hilarious because he's alluding to Yuji, you know, like he's trying, as you guys have been describing, he's trying to like make it a living hell for Yuji, but he already regenerated the hand. He's like, dang it, why'd I do that? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm cracking up about that. And this is actually exactly why we do podcasts, because guys, honestly, I don't know the answer. I have no clue, but I love that I now have two different possibilities out of many that could go forward. One side, we've got Goke saying, you know, maybe Yuji lost control. Maybe he can't get it back. And Sukuna knows that, and he's getting, you know, like, I'm about to do some stuff. And then, like Onyx said, hey, maybe there's actually another curse. Maybe you thought that was the special curse, but maybe there's something else. Maybe there's more to it. But that's exactly what keeps us watching anime going forward. Gentlemen, quick summaries.
I'm definitely a lot hooked on it than I was after our last podcast. I think the first two episodes, obviously, they try to ease you in, and you kind of gotta, you know, you gotta sit down and you gotta hear out the story. You gotta get used to the setting, stuff like that, etc. And they had some fights, but it wasn't really high up fights. They finally introduced some big time fights, I think, and some big time moments. And the thing that I really liked, that really intrigued me, was all the world itself of JuJuTsu Kaisen. Like, we learned that there's an order of power to our heroes. Kind of like in Naruto, you got the Genin, Junins, Anbu Black Ops type of guys. And here, it's like you got these rookies, first class, second year, third year students, and now you got like a sorcerer who's like their team leader. And then same with the curses. You know, they're graded off of the special chart plus with their intelligence. Like, I think that's what really got me going. It opened up my world a little bit more on JuJuTsu Kaisen. I'm definitely interested in seeing what it has to offer.
All right, nice. Yeah, no, you're completely right on all those. Definitely, it's developing a lot more, rising up into battles. Goke, what about you? You still liking it? Did it go down for you? What did you?
I'm still liking it, man. Everything. I'm still hyped. I'm still super excited. I can't wait till episode 5 and to see what like Sukuna's going to do, because now he has control. So it's gonna be dope, man. I can't wait.
Couldn't agree.
Does he have control though?
Does he have control? Great question. Yeah, definitely, gentlemen. I'm hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it also going forward. I love your insights as usual. And this is just even more reason for any viewers to, you know, tune back in for our next podcast coming out next week. We're going to be going over episodes 5 and 6. And I'm going to pass the baton over to your boy Goke, sir.
Yep, that's right. Socially Anime, we are out. Thanks again for sticking all around for episode 3 and 4. Remember to hit that like button if you liked anything that we had to say. And if you want to comment on anything we had to say, go ahead and drop us a comment in the comment section below. Also, we have a Facebook fan page. What? Check us out on Facebook. Look for Socially Anime. Join that community. We're posting some good stuff over there. And with that, we will see you next week. Peace.